Weekend at Effy's is brought to you by just us. Me, Petár, the dogs, Lucy, Cranberry, Bebop, the chickens out in the yard. But what we're bringing to you is the magic of Effy's life. It's we don't know what's going on anymore. It's falling apart a little bit. It gets a little crazy here. If you give me a weekend off, you get some of the craziest episodes you've ever heard. Just buckle up. Go to weekendateffys.com. Sign up for the Patreon. If you're listening to this early, it's all good news. If you're listening to it when it actually comes out to the public, I don't know how things are going to go. It's Weekend at Effy's. I'm so excited. I'm so scared. We are bartering for goods and services.
Of course, yeah,
my
this
skills
is what we need to
were
do.
paid impartial by goods and by services. No, my services paid for goods through bartering.
Right.
And here's another thing. This leads right into it. If you listen to the minisode, if you're a Weekend at Effy's Patreon member, okay, I can't even hold it back anymore. I'm so excited. There's like 2 big changes coming to the podcast, visually and otherwise. Visually, I think mostly, that are going to be so good and I'm so excited about. And I've been like working on it, and the retrograde has been pushing back, obviously, in a lot of ways. But it's getting done, and we will have the debut of weekendateffys.com of the Christmas Patreon Christmas card holiday inclusive celebration of animals, love, friendship, and household building.
Yeah.
The photos turned out great.
Yes, they did.
You did a really excellent
you.
job. And I sent you a visual.
Shout out to all of our models, you included.
Thank you. Cranberry did such a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Really proud of her. This Christmas card will be up, designed by the lovely Priors, who also sent a design that I'm not going to tell anybody about except for you've seen it because you're the other half of this podcast, right? So I have to share these things. Did you mind that you were not in it?
No.
Okay. I will say this. What I'm having designed.
I loved what I saw.
Okay. What I'm having designed though for the studio, because you've done such a good job creating this visual world, but I think this is going to add a really interesting branding and cultural impact to have this thing work out. I'm glad it hasn't worked out so far because what is being designed is with Petár. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That is with Petár.
Okay.
So welcome to the podcast. I'm Effy. I'm a professional wrestler. I'm the Game Changer Wrestling World Champion. I won't hear anything about it. By the time this comes out, we will be past the mall weekend, and I'm not even going to consider or put any thought to the fact that I could possibly, even a tiny bit, slightly bit, not still be champion when this comes out to the general public. Who are not Patreon subscribers who get this early. Back to bartering. Here's what I was going to say. Transmutable Things, which is in our mini-sode about movies, about cinema, and it went off the rails this week. So for our Patreon listeners, please check out the mini-sode. Great timing. The chickens. That's what I was getting to. Because we have bartered with our chickens' eggs, which are laid almost daily. We're now back in a triple trifecta of egg laying. And I have done something that we are going to visually be able to take part in the change to see. I've gone in to my Mad Scientist Frankenstein basement area, which I think is going to become more multi-purpose to us. I think it's square footage we're not using. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. I'm having the same thought.
Side note, and I'm still doing it. I'm in the basement. I'm being a scientist. Side note. I did figure something out today.
What'd you figure out?
Bobby had ripped open part of the meal ready to eat emergency meal and was having little bites of beef stew.
Why are you letting him down in the basement?
To check for bugs and roaches.
That's fine. But that's unsupervised?
No, I was standing right there.
And
I make him run around. I just am not going in that corner where it was.
You just attacked it in front of you.
No, he snuck to the corner and was eating quietly where I couldn't see.
Okay.
I'm down in the basement, mad scientisting the newest in evolutionary for us chicken feed. Okay. I've been doing some experimentation this week. What we have added as both a squirrel deterrent and a dietary supplement enhancer to the chicken's feed is the red pepper flakes. Okay. Many people say you got to use the red pepper flakes. It keeps all the pests away from your feed.
Ooh.
Number one, because chickens, specifically birds, I think mostly, can't taste the capsaicin. Squirrels can. They hate it. Rats can. They hate it. Raccoons, they hate it. I don't know. Some raccoons like spicy food. You know what I mean? They're a lot like us.
They're a little spicy.
They're a little spicy. They'll eat a little garbage with a little. When they choose the butter chicken burrito out of the dumpster, they don't care if it's the add Indian spice or not. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I chose not this week on the BOGO Indian burritos. We've added that to the feed. We have also, and this is so dumb, but it seems like, like as soon as I read it, I was like, aha. When they say that, the chickens can have additional mealworms in their diet, I was sort of just like supplementing it as treats for them to go eat places, which I think is still doable. They said, no, just mix it in the feed at 1%. So I went down in the basement with the bucket. I poured in about half of those red pepper flakes, which I got on bulk. I scooped in some mealworms. I mixed half of the pellet food and half of the wild seed food, and I mixed all that up with my hands in a bucket. And then I went out to the chicken coop, untied the top, mixed that whole thing back in, reloaded it. Let's see how those eggs look. I'm going to mark the next set of eggs after this feed change with an X. And I think we should mark the days after. And maybe we just I've seen people do it with crayons or with chalk on the egg. I've been waking up earlier too, walking out, and the eggs are still warm. Crazy. There's 2 other upgrades for the coop this week. We'll get to that. They're laying in the same house, and I think that I think it's time. You know? So these eggs should have a darker yolk now that we have added this capsaicin.
Interesting.
The yolk should gain a higher concentration of reds and oranges from the capsaicin, from the red pepper flakes themselves, and it should... Now, they can't feel the spicy. They don't taste spicy, but it does still have the same benefits that it has for us on a cardiovascular level, so that they are warmer in the coop during these colder times.
Okay.
And it gets a little cold. It's been warmer lately for us, which has been good. They've been a little lively, checking out the yard. It's been pretty dry, sunny. But in those nights where it is colder, it's supposed to keep them at a higher temperature to where they are less uncomfortable. Now, when people talk about cold temperatures, they're talking about Minnesota. They're talking about Michigan. They're talking about, Idaho, where chickens may need a higher concentration of heat or a heat lamp. They said, your Atlanta winters, the chickens are actually fine. They coop and roost together. They're good. But I also think, are they Southern like me? Because they've only known the South. And I get a little chillier a little quicker than other people.
True, yeah.
So my thought is, if we're not going to go right to the lamp, and I'm going to keep checking, we're at least going to give them this warm-blooded pepper additive. I've just talked for almost 8 minutes about chickens and bartering, but I think having these orange yolk, perfectly tan brown eggs, I think we are going to be able to barter at a much higher degree. And I'm very excited to see how these chickens live through. I think chickens are having fun during Christmas time. I think for them, this is a really exciting time. It's dry. The leaves are crunchy. The mealworms are spicy, but they can't tell. And we're going to have bounty from these chickens as we move forward. Bebop did so good this morning.
Good.
Except for eating the emergency readiness pack of food. But I mean, good choice. He really didn't get much of it. He just got a corner off and was suckling out a little dry beef.
These dogs are really pulling one over on you during this retrograde.
Is that what you think?
Yeah.
I was going to talk to you about the walks that we've had.
It's in your 6th house, which is pets.
What do you mean?
Well, Lucy ate that whole loaf of bread.
Okay, so I made us grilled cheese.
You should know better.
Fall delight. I just thought maybe she had progressed.
We have a predator in the house. We have a predator.
I didn't mean. I wasn't thinking.
She loves bread, Taylor.
Yeah, I didn't think she could get the bread. I wasn't thinking that. And you didn't. There wasn't any. Did you think I'd put the bread up at a really high location? Is that
Oh, come on! I'm not my brother's bread keeper.
I'm just saying, I've got to think harder about it. That's how I'm going to phrase it. I've got to think more about what she's getting to. And thank God, I thought while I was making my 3rd grilled cheese with tomatoes on it that had been salted, peppered, and chili flaked, I thought I'm being greedy. But in reality, who are the Christians that believe in the fate, like you can't change predestination? Is that Calvinists? He was like, I'm writing a thesis and it's already set in stone.
I think so, yeah.
Though it shall be written. I'm a bit Calvinist in my view that the reason I had the third grilled cheese was the predestination and the fate-based, that yes, she would get to the bread. I would have to learn that lesson. She would have to have a bread shit on our walk, which is just not the best. It's not the most fun. And I would learn from that, but also by eating a third grilled cheese, by eating more grilled cheese than you, I actually took away some of the bread that she would get to later, thus reducing the consequence for both of us.
Do you want an award?
No, I just want to say...
eating a grilled cheese sandwich?
No, I just want to say that things are set and they make sense later. That, yeah, there was problems, but she ate less bread because I ate so much
you're
bread.
saying it's God's providence that you ate more grilled cheese?
It is set in the will of our Lord. Nail it to the front door of the church. Me and Lucy are intertwined in fate. It was bound to happen. Every moment that we are together is a miracle, but is also the only thing that could have
Are you saying
been.
that you're fighting against her satanic ways?
I'm saying... we are a part of a bigger story that we have no control of. We're NPCs, Peter. Me and Lucy.
No, speak for yourself.
It's going to happen.
My God.
It's going to happen. It's enjoyable. What a ride. But I knew what was going to happen on our walk today. Here's what happened on our walk yesterday, okay? I've been trying to step up and be a strong parent because you've done such an excellent job of keeping these animals safe and magical, okay?
That's a really nice way of saying I'm having behavioral issues with my dog.
Okay, no, I'm saying you watch our animals while I gallivant around the globe. And this weekend, as I've been home and resting, and God bless, my knee has been going through this rehab process, and the combination of yoga stretching, your massage ball, working out, doing the crowbar exercises and the Josh Bishop exercises in the gym for the knee, we're feeling really good about it. It's great. So I feel like getting out on these walks with the dogs, getting out in nature, they're going to love it. I can do it as much as possible while I'm here. Let me add to the help. Let me be as productive while I'm in this resting period as I can be, because I still want to do. And those dogs yesterday had me worked over like a mark in the crowd at the carnival. Those two... sometimes you tell me, yeah, they're difficult on walks right now. They seem to be in competition or working together or both being pouty over cranberry. And she was still here for both of these walks. Let me be clear. When she goes over to the other house, it gets a little moody in the house because everybody wants to just ignore her while she's sitting there, but sit with her. But then when she's gone, it's a whole, doesn't matter. I had them both on short leashes. I said, we're just going to go. Usually she will just go with me. I have not ever really dealt with the... Lucy is just completely stopped on the walk. But I thought I figured out a solution, which is, well, let's let Lucy lead. If I keep Bebop back with me, which I can manage him a little more, he's a wee boy, and let her lead, it'll go well. And it did go better on the first walk, but there were so many moments of, I'm thinking to myself, if you saw me say I'm going on a walk and you looked at the location and looked at how I was walking, you go, what the hell are they doing? Because it's just, there's so many redirects. There's so many stop and sniffs. She's getting her choice to go wherever she wants. But if she doesn't want to go there, I don't even, because there's times where you're like, oh, we're just going home. It's not always to me like she doesn't want to go on the walk. It's that she wants to feel directionally in control of where she's going. We all do, right? That's something we all should care about. But this dog will take you just back and forth around the corner the same way 3 times. Will just change your mind halfway through a street. And you know what? I'm going with it because it's still exercise for them. It's still them getting out and sniffing. The first day of walks on our own, though, I just left them in the backyard for a little bit. Put up the chickens, left them in the yard, say, y'all do whatever the heck you want to do. I'm going to go sit inside with my little baby, with my little old lady, okay? And then the second day of walks yesterday, and I sent you a picture while you were at work, just the worst performance of all time of those dogs. And it was, I don't think these vapes work as well as everybody thinks because it's just falling apart. And I don't care if I have it or not. It's the same feeling of just, ugh. Those two had me so stubborn. I said, we're just going to keep walking forever then. we're just going to stay out here in nature until y'all get it right. And we just stood around, and they would just sniff a spot for forever, and it was frustrating. And you know what? What a fun time with the animals.
We've checked out every possibility. She's not hurt. She's not injured. No. She can walk perfectly fine and
I can trick her every once in a while with you.
When we went on a walk, she was almost completely normal.
Almost. She was still doing my heads and my shoulders.
She was still doing some of this stuff, but for the most part, it was just completely normal pace, and to where it is just like, what is going on with you?
Well, I just keep remembering to keep myself mindful of everything, that they're still like in the mindset of a 3 or 4 year old.
Yeah.
And like sometimes they're just going to be stubborn.
Yeah.
Just to be honest, I've watched her when she wants something from me and I won't give it right away. She does the things that she knows will get your attention, and she tries to go for the ear, and she tries to go for the blanket, and she tries to do the growl, and I go, no, I see you. And I've just been calling her out on it, and I think it's been helping.
Okay.
I go, I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you that. I'm not going to trim your little nails right now. I'm not going to rub your ear for you while you shake your head and look at me and scratch. This is fake. I've looked in there. You've looked at. This is a bit, and you're 3. You're 3 years old. American people are stuck at 12. The pets, they're all 3 or 4. I'm 4.
It's crazy that she has weaponized a thing that happens, that she was smart enough to go, I get ear infections all the time.
This is a thing that does require...
I'm going to pretend to get ear infections.
Right, which I think causes... It's a... You see what I'm saying? I'm not telling you how to parent, but I'm saying I've been calling this girl on her bullshit. Now, also, speaking of 3-year-olds, again, it's happened. We told the story the other day. Took Cranberry up to the park. She was having a great time. Another 2.5, I'm almost 3 with the parent. The parent's like, are we good? I'm like, we are great. The dog just comes over, just mushing her face, grabbing her ears, grabbing her butt. And then I go up there with those 2 while we're in the park, and babies are walking around on that hill, and they're both trying to bark at the babies. And you're going, y'all, I know what you're doing. I know you see the way she acts. And then you're going, well, look at me. Look at me. I'm not like her. Look at me. And it's not... I don't feel tricked, and I'm not going to play along, and I'm not going to sell for it. But we can just stand here all day. And that's how those walks have gone with the dogs.
Yep.
Now, they've both been doing really good with the chickens in conjuncture, but I don't trust it for a second. You know what I mean? I'm going to be there every step of the way.
Yeah.
Laura's letting me hold her again, though.
Good. I love her.
I laugh every time still. It's the number one reason why chickens make me giggle. They're fast as hell. They were following me today. Fast as when they saw I had treats, fast as hell. Those chickens do that thing where they bow to you like you're the king, because it's what they do for the rooster, and it's got implications, but it's not rooster. Chicken sex is not like human sex. I just think of that fucking Reddit post that's like, why is my chicken running up to me and bowing? Is it because he wants to be thrown as a football? And what I have found is I won't throw a chicken, but they will continually run back up to you. And they know their names and will let you pick them up enough and let them balance, and then they jump. It's a thing. Like, we're just playing not football throw, but just like, I want to jump and flutter.
Yeah.
And they love it. And they keep, and if they didn't keep running up and doing the same thing, I wouldn't do it. Yeah. But it's like I fully get every time where you'd be like, chicken football? Is chicken football? Is chicken want be football? You know what I mean? It's a great time. So yeah, I didn't wrestle this weekend. Do we have any questions on the Patreon? What an intro, by the way, into our middle of the show segment. I always act like it's like the first segment, but sometimes I be needing to talk about what's going on in this homestead.
Okay, this first question is from Machete Von Kill. I was actually going to ask for Effy and Peter's advice on dealing with a very self-serving, dishonest, shitty coworker, but she was let go this morning. Nice. So if you could have Friendsgiving with any past or present wrestler, who would it be, and what would you ask them to bring to dinner?
Rat traps. Set up those rat traps that snap your toes. Oh, she got fired?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Ultimate Friendsgiving? Here's the thing. That's the question, right? There's not more to it.
But it's wrestlers, past or present.
Yeah, but I want to think about the food that's actually coming with these wrestlers. So, like, my ultimate Friendsgiving is going to be like a hoss fight. It's going to be like, I want big boys showing up. You know what I mean? Like, let's do Let's bring in Earthquake and Tugboat. The natural disasters. Well, I guess he was called Typhoon then, not Tugboat. He was called Tugboat for a while though, and then Earthquake became the Shark. If you remember that. Shout out John Tenta. I met his daughter. Those two.
I would think that Earthquake would become Typhoon.
No, because Typhoon is with Earthquake, but Earthquake before he was with Typhoon was Tugboat, and then I think he became Earthquake.
Okay, so the Tugboat turned into a Typhoon.
Yeah. Also, Dusty Rhodes, just because not only is he like a Southern Texas man who knows about barbecue and food and would have somebody bring a dish, but he also has been married to Cuban women, and I love if you would bring like a little Cubano food. You know what I mean? That's, to me, you need all the cultures of food at a Friendsgiving. And then I think you invite one Samoan because they'll bring all the Samoans.
Yeah.
And this includes Yokozuna showing up. Fatu, not to name drop too hard, but Fatu used to tell us that everyone would come to his dad's house to eat turkey butt, which was like he would deep fry like these, like the ass of turkeys. And that was like the best part. So if they would bring that, every Samoan can come, they can bring a dish. There's so many wrestlers, all the Usos, Roman Reigns, Rikishi will be there. It's going to be really fun Thanksgiving. Now, what about you? And you have to pick wrestlers too.
I have to pick wrestlers too. I'm going to pick Dusty Rhodes' cousin, Dirty Streets.
What about Filthy Avenue?
Filthy Avenue, I like that one
I'm
too.
Filthy Avenue, and I'm the drag cousin of Dusty Rhodes.
I don't.
What about Busty Chodes?
Busty Chodes.
Like as a drag king name, but you do Dusty Rhodes, and you talk about hard times, but it's a bit where you keep erecting.
Yeah. Yes.
Like boudoir.
Okay.
Like horny dude, studs from down under, thunder from down under, boudoir, Busty Chodes, and it's like this. It looks like a can of vegetables getting bigger, like the long can of beans, the Bush's beans, and you do it as like a sexy bit in a sort of cabaret burlesque form. How's that sound as a bit? I think it would work. I don't have the artistry to be a part of that community, or I'd do it. But I think there's some ways to do it technologically that would work. Busty Chodes. So Dusty Rhodes' cousin, Dirty Streets, is there. What about, just say wrestlers you've heard of.
Just say,
and then I'll tell you what dish they would bring.
Let me tell you the wrestlers that I have saved in my astrology folder. How about that?
Okay, that's good. They must be pretty popular if they've got that date out there.
Sorry, I have to close Jeffrey Epstein's chart real quick.
Well, we know how that's going. He's dead.
Yeah.
I don't think does your chart work after you're gone?
100%, yeah.
Oh.
It's because it's legacy stuff, and we're dealing with a bunch of legacy stuff.
Can I say that's not fair?
And it's also fun to like superimpose his onto Trump's and see what their relationship was actually like.
See if they kiss?
The answer is no.
What do you mean the answer is no?
They didn't kiss. Okay. So who is invited to Thanksgiving dinner? It's going to be Dory Funk.
Okay.
It's going to be Terry Funk.
All right, great.
It's going to be Vern Gage.
Vern Gagne?
Yeah, Vern Gagne. Andre the Giant.
All right.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Okay.
Dory Funk Jr.
Yep.
Stephanie McMahon.
Yep.
And you.
Okay.
And Manders.
All right, awesome. There's going to be a lot of horse meat at this Thanksgiving. I can't even get into the specifics of it. I'm telling you, The Rock is bringing...
The inclusion of the head of the Department of Health is very funny.
Linda? No, Stephanie just stands to the side and keeps her husband in check. Okay.
I don't know
getting too bisexual. And then Linda's the head of the Department of Education, and then she just shut it down. She said, we're out of it. Read the Bible, you nerd. Her and Donald Trump are tied for worst Stone Cold Stunner of all time. Do you want to hear the top 3 worst stunners of all time? Yeah. Worst Stone Cold Stunners of all time. It's really crazy. It would be Vince McMahon.
Okay.
It would be Linda McMahon.
Okay.
And it would be Donald Trump, which is weird because
were they at a threesome? Is that what you're saying?
Guaranteed. 100%. I'm sure even if we got an FOIA, if we got a FOIA on the Linda divorce, I think we would I don't know. He's adopted a skunk streak into his hair, and he recently, I think, crashed his.
Oh, he's looking like Rogue from X-Men.
Yeah, he got rid of the Mr. Tapaccio mustache.
Don't touch me.
Yeah, but now he's doing a rogue streak. It's more Pepe Le Pew than anything. But
is that his defense in court? Look, judge, I can't touch anybody because I absorb their powers.
He looks like the Agatha Christie villain they couldn't produce because it was too weird. I wonder who killed someone on this train. Well, it couldn't have been me.
It does vaguely remind me.
Do you think it's a skunk
man? Phil Spector was on trial, and just anytime you saw a photo of him, you go, I do think this guy's guilty.
Yeah, you do think like you've had your whole career for people not to think you have assault charges, and then you wait until everybody sees them and knows that they're probably true based on these readings for these charges or civil lawsuits against your company. And there you have it. You've now gone full supervillain when it's like way too far gone. Or is it just they're going like, you can't touch me? Am I just like missing the basics?
Yeah, it's the rogue defense.
They all think I'm evil. I'll look evil. Ooh. It is funny though that the man who brought wrestling to the masses on that level, Vince McMahon Jr., just fucking is so bad at most of it except for talking. He just kind of talked his way into everything. Now I will say that one, if you want to watch the funniest match of all time, and I say this with like 12-year-old vision, it's when McMahon fought Hogan, and those two were just running the blade from the opening of the gate. And it was just bloodbath of two old men on the most TRT and HGH and tanning bed that you've ever seen. Like they're both in their 60s, covered in blood, and the most roided two humans could be.
God, what a mess.
You've never seen it?
You may have showed it to me. This sounds
Have
awful.
you ever seen when Donald Trump was in the Battle of the Billionaires and they shaved Vince McMahon's head and then he wore a do-rag for 2 months while he was running the ECW rebrand?
I mean, I've seen the meme with Trump in it.
It's terrible. But it's also our entire political system now. If you watch that 6 weeks of television, it's the basis of America in this moment. We look back to when they signed the Declaration of Independence. We're like, that's where our country was founded. The country you live in right now was specifically founded when Donald Trump and Vince McMahon had a wrestling feud over who's going to get their head shaved and look like an idiot while Vince was doing a bit on TV giving away money because he was the best billionaire. It's like it's worth a miniature deep dive. I'm sorry to everyone out there.
My favorite internet joke was that person that anytime Trump would do anything, they would just post, and today was the day that Donald Trump became president. And it feels because it works every single time that you do it, no matter what it is.
And that was the day Donald Trump became president. I did an interview for the first time with this, for the first time in a long time with the One Breezy podcast. These guys in the UK. I think it'll be out really soon. But they were asking me, like what it means to be kind of a gay icon and what it means in wrestling to be a representative of the LGBTQ. And I sort of told them, I said, the funniest way to find out my rights were getting taken was hearing Donald Trump had gotten shot, but they missed. And then now we're in a world where we're all looking at the same thing, and I can't believe we have to even go out there and deal with it. It's ruined. How do we fix it? What's the next question?
That got dark. Okay. Would you rather get free access to all the streaming services, but you have to wear a MAGA hat? Oh, God. We're going darker again. You have to wear a MAGA hat everywhere, or you get a physical copy of every release, but you have to rent. Oh, okay. I'm going to slow down.
Hold on. This is...
Okay. Would you rather get free access to all the streaming services, but you have to wear a MAGA hat everywhere? Yep. So that's option one.
Okay.
Or you get a physical copy of every release, but you have to rent a whole warehouse to house them. So we're trading social cost versus financial cost.
I'm not wearing a MAGA hat. What was the second? Who am I housing in the second one?
A whole warehouse full of movies. You get the movies for free, but you have to pay for the space.
And it's not optional. I can't pick out which ones I want. And then This is a horrible
Yeah.
question given to me. I guess I have to choose the second one, and we just start filling up everything.
I'm thinking
I'm
about
not wearing a MAGA hat.
the episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm where he wears the MAGA hat so people won't talk to him.
Like he goes to the sushi restaurant and everybody's leaving him alone.
Mm-hmm.
I want to show you. Let's get a positive note on wrestling right now.
Okay.
They're saying woke is back. You've heard this recently?
Yeah.
Woke. I don't think it ever went anywhere, but this is footage from Monday Night Raw of Cody Rhodes using a kendo stick, which is a practice type sword for martial arts, which is a common thing. They're saying woke is back. Here's Cody. He's attacking the NYPD. You see this? He was attacking the NYPD with a kendo stick. They're saying woke is back. Cody was hitting the police with a kendo stick on Raw. They're saying it was off the air though, but everybody has the footage. And somebody, I don't think it's real. I think it was AI generated. Put a picture of him in a prison jumpsuit, but then I saw another image that looked like another mugshot that WWE had produced in some way. So I don't know if they're doing their own and then it also got AI, but I don't think he actually went to jail, but he was slapping up indie wrestlers dressed up like NYPD and it looked awesome.
Okay, free Cody Rhodes then, I guess.
Free Cody Rhodes. He did nothing wrong. Dark woke is back.
Okay. This is from, thank you to Joshua for that last
Josh,
one.
we tried our best.
This is from Danny. For both of you guys, top 3 Thanksgiving dishes. I am going mashed potatoes, some kind of creamed corn, stuffing.
All right, here's where I show there's sweet potato casserole and there's everything else. I won't even eat at barbecue restaurants if they don't have sweet potato casserole. I don't want to beat your Thanksgiving if it's not including a sweet potato soup or casserole. I am never going to have any kind of Thanksgiving dish that isn't Thanksgiving dish that isn't able to be washed down with sweet potato casserole as a pre-dessert before I eat sweet potato pie and or pumpkin pie. I just want to say that's the dish that matters. Everything else is complete accessory. I'm not saying it's the central meat of the dish, but I'm saying it's the thing that everything else in the dish relies on. Thanksgiving is primarily about sweet potatoes and yams. They said that at the first Thanksgiving they learned about corn. Who cares? I want one dish. I want it at Christmas. I want it at Easter. I want it at funerals. I want it at weddings. I want sweet potato casserole. It's the number 1 food. You know what the number 2 food is, Peter?
Okay.
Custard. You know what the number 3 food is?
More custard?
Some kind of cream pudding or yogurt.
God, I don't agree with any of these.
That's fine. I think you had very reasonable answers. Mashed potatoes, I think a staple food. I think very good. I choose sweet potato casserole. Stuffing, incredible, right? I think it's a required number 2 to the sweet potato casserole if we're going to have a dish. All right. And then you said turkey. Is that what you said?
No.
What was the third one?
No. Mashed potatoes, some kind of creamed corn, and stuffing.
Some kind of creamed corn. I was real mad when my great-grandmother died. I remember this as a child because everybody got to go to the funeral and they had shrimp cocktail and creamed corn. And everybody was telling me about it when they got back. I remember this very vividly in my mind as a young child, being babysat and not being allowed to go to the funeral and not getting the shrimp cocktail and not getting any of the cream corn. So I agree with you. Cream corn, that's an A tier, S tier dish. To me personally, and I don't want anyone else to have to change their answer, there's only one food.
Sweet potato casserole.
It's sweet potato casserole. It's the only food that I want. It's the only food that I require. And it's the only food that I'm going to specifically ask for. Otherwise, I'll take anything on the menu. I love it. I love food. Love eating. I want sweet potato casserole. I want sweet potato souffle. I want it right now. I don't want to have to make it. I want it served to me. I want it crispy on top. Pecans on it, great. Brown sugar crumble, great. Marshmallows, love it. Buttery, perfect. Little chunky, awesome. Super smooth, whipped with milk, great. But it better have sweet potatoes or yams in it. How's that?
Great.
Okay, perfect. Good.
What do you call a blind chicken?
Oh, no, I don't know. What do you call a blind chicken?
A hicken, because it can't see.
Because it can't. Oh, because the C's not there. So okay, that was great. Thank you. I need smiles. Can we talk about chickens for a second?
Sure.
I was catching up on my cinema and cinema trailers, watching, as we discussed on the minisode, Avatar Fire and Ash trailer, and then I watched the live action Moana remake trailer, which I'm going to vehemently defend in this moment. What age do you think the perfect viewer of Moana is?
I don't know. Early 20s, late teens?
I was going to say a 6-year-old.
A 6-year-old?
I was going to say this movie, if you had to no kayfabe say who you were making this movie for, you would have to say 6-year-olds. Frozen is not made for women in their mid-20s to pretend to be Elsa at birthday parties. Frozen is made for 5-year-olds.
But we're talking about the remake one, which is made for the folks that watched it when they were kids, right?
No, it's made for the folks that watched it when they were preteens or kids who are now old enough to have young children who they don't want to deal with for 2 hours. I'm not talking about wanting to enrich their kids or having the moment where they have to have a Moana moment together, having a predictable exact 2 hours that they can throw on and just do it, and it's not having to watch it for the 50th time again because they want to watch Moana. You, at least as a parent, as a young parent or as a middle-aged parent or whatever kind of parent you are getting at least a refresh on the visuals of something you're going to have to watch 800 times in a row. I found out kids, they just watch movies over and over again.
Yeah.
And I want to say, when I've seen something cool and you tell me that you made it even cooler to look at, I want to look at it, okay? And then if I'm the mom who's just please look at your iPad and watch Miss Rachel, but I want to watch Moana, and they have to put it on the big screen, and you've just seen it, you've heard it, let me at least put a skin on it. Let me refresh it, okay? And they're going to build a new singing star actress. Musical movies, always on the rise for me, personally. And The Rock's going to look crazy in this digital CGI human suit form. It's going to look nuts. You know why they didn't show his face in that trailer? Because it probably looks crazy. And sometimes things don't have to be good to be interesting culturally for me. And the fact that, yes, this movie came out 9 years ago. The sequel did just come out last year. It wasn't that good. Who's the Hamilton? The Hamilman? The Mamilton?
He was a president?
No. I'm Hamilton, Slamilton, have a little... What's his name? He does all the movies now. Lin-Manuel Miranda. Not a great job on the Moana 2 songs. I wasn't there. I've never written a song like that, so I don't know. But I'm just saying from a consumer perspective, I was looking at people in the theater and we were going, this one isn't good either, you know? I hope this trend continues. And like I said... Yes, I do have selfish reasons for wanting these live action movies to succeed. Okay, Peter?
What are those reasons?
You've caught me, Peter. And they're selfish.
You playing Disney stock?
There are 6 movies that I want to see remade with the technology of Moana and How to Train Your Dragon recently, and many more to come. Wait till they make Toy Story real. They'll have 5 movies to make. It's crazy. I want the Despicable Me Minions universe to be made into real life. I want to texturally understand what a minion skin is supposed to look like, if it's really smooth like porcelain, or if it has textural flaws like an alien from outer space, or if it's got a globular, slimy feel like an octopus. I want to know. And I want to see Michael Scott from The Office wearing a silly costume, looking like Gru, doing his best version of Jim Carrey like we haven't seen since Evan Almighty when he was doing his best version of Jim Carrey and it wasn't good enough. Now he has the grit and determination to go, I can do this. I can be the Grinch, but it's not the Grinch. It's Gru. He already is Gru. I need it. So guys, if you could go see Moana, see it once in 3D, see it once in a premium format, sing along. There's a sing along version. They are going to re-release Moana and Moana 2 in the ramp up, and do it for the moms out there who just need a 2-hour break. Do it for the moms who've seen Moana 700 times because they have a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old and it's ruining their schedule. All we do is watch Moana. We should have never gotten a minivan with TVs in it, Greg. We should have never done that because they know how to control it. They're born on iPads. They know how to put on Moana. I can't escape. And to see it in a new, fresh skin, that's what's going to be cool. But the thing about chickens is that chicken is fucked up. Mew Mew, the chicken from Moana, they've got to redesign that chicken. We have to ugly Sonic as a group, and we cannot let them get away with it. The eyes look wrong. The head looks wrong. That does not look like a real chicken. It has taken me out completely because in the Moanaverse, yes, it looks a little scraggly, but y'all don't have to redesign what a chicken is to make it look so far-fetched that I can't even comprehend. I can't wait to see the volcano come to life. You're not going to see it with me, are you?
No.
There's a light on the top and the seven. It's all I see.
This was all a ploy so she could do this, right?
100%. Are you kidding me?
This
She's
is
willing
the
to self-sacrifice and chew on her feet.
This is the most relaxed I have ever seen this baby.
Yeah. She's 100%.
She's
Listen,
chilling.
Peter, I'm correct, and she's going to have some hard truths faced to get to where you need it, but you're going to love getting there because it's going to build your bond even further because look at the love, all the love in her heart. But you are too much of a princess some days, and it's making us have to work very hard to meet your demands, ma'am. There's a pea under my mattress. We'll add another fucking mattress, darling, because you've got so many beautiful mattresses. What an angel. What an angel. She's beautiful. We didn't have any more questions, did we?
No.
Here's what I want to talk about. All right. The mall show this week, going to be insane. We're the last match. I'm facing someone who's already had a match. The person who always interferes, be it the other one or the other one, they're already going to have a match, so they're going to be done for. I'm expecting some interferences, so I'm keeping that thing on me. The GCW championship, that is, which I will be swinging like Seth Rollins if I have to. We're going to be in the middle of the mall. Last time, over 4,000 people, middle of the mall, just wrestling in the mall, trying to walk to the mall food court. People going, please, please, sign me, sign my body, touch my hair, bless me. I'm not doing that, all right? Because I don't want to create a false hope or expectation with these people in the mall. But the people who are going to be watching is Kogar, is Effy, is Charles Mason. Who's coming out on top? Effy. Come on, Peter.
Okay, yeah.
Effy must pose. You know
Yeah.
what Effy must pose?
It's just like this seems like a blip, you know?
What do you mean it's a blip?
Like, I don't know.
You don't think it's monumental?
Sure.
You don't think this will be a crowning achievement for me?
Yeah.
You don't think this is something that I've been working towards my whole life?
The mall show?
The second largest mall in North America.
Yeah.
The fifth time I've wrestled in one of the two largest malls in North America.
You're the champ, though. This is as usual.
The thing is, all these guys want to be covered in blood, and you've seen, like, I've been covered in blood, Peter.
Mm-hmm.
Many times.
Right.
There's hundreds of thousands of fucking images of me covered in blood. And they're like, oh, GCW, we're a death match. We need to bring it back to its roots. We need more blood, more guts. Hey, how about if people watched our shit? How about if we got more viewers? And how about if you had a champion who could do any style of wrestling possible, who was more fun to watch, and hot moms would come pay for tickets, and they would actually buy drinks and snacks and merch besides, like, all these people are like, yeah, there's like, Brett was like, oh, there's people on Facebook Deathmatch they're saying Effy's done. And I said, imagine thinking for 1 second in your life that I would ever even consider the thought of someone in a Facebook Deathmatch page. That's insane. They're going, we should bring it back to its roots. Its roots are like 50 people in a building in Howell, New Jersey. Let's be fucking clear. I've defended this belt on 5 continents, on global pay-per-view, all over the world. All over this country, all over this planet. I'll probably be the first one to wrestle in space. All right? And how am I going to do it? I'm going to make those cuck billionaires just loan me their spaceships for my own pleasure. Not like Gail King, not like Katy Perry. Oh, I'm kissing Earth. I'm back home. No. I'm staying up there, and I'm bringing people, and I'm going to fight them in space. No gravity. First intergalactic champion. Who else in the universe? Okay? What I'm saying is, we have to be ready and adaptable as leaders of our companies, as leaders and champions of our industry to take it to the next level. And if you just want to sit around and bash each other with glass and cut each other's faces up and stab people and tase people and pepper spray people, have at it. But Cirque du Soleil sold out every night, and they have jaunty, fun costumes and silly stories and serious moments, but y'all could not level up to the point where you could do everything I do. Unlimited bard power, okay? I'm not just an entertainer. I'm scary, and I know how to use my thumbs in very fucked up ways if it came down to it and I was being hate crimed or something. You know what I mean? Peter, how far would you go? Would the squish stop you?
With a thumb?
If you were being attacked, all you had was your thumbs. That's it. That's all you have, Peter. That's all you have. How far would you go?
Yeah.
You know?
Uh-huh.
Do you think if I took my thumb and I ran it right here up under the sternum of a man as hard as I could, I'm bashing, I'm holding, I don't care if it breaks, that I couldn't break through underneath the skin to his heart and end his life? Yeah, but that's not what's entertaining to people out here in Hollywood land, where we're trying to make a TV show. We're trying to make a program that people are going to tune into, and they're not just going to tune into you meat grinding with your boys. All right? In whatever aspect that may be. People are sick of seeing the death, okay? They're sick of seeing the stabbing. They're sick of turning on TV and having to look at the news correspondents tell us about violence. You know what they want? They want a leader, they want a champion, and they want someone who is like cool, jacked, cool, confident, casual, knows what he's talking about, and isn't afraid to get mixed up in the shit a little bit. I'll still bleed. I'll still probably get stabbed, whatever, but it'll be iconic when I do it, and it won't just be because it's like a weird time on a Sunday with some guy that you just met and nobody in the audience wants to see that. You ever watched a match and you've looked at people in the audience and they're going, ugh, and it's not like, oh, crazy. It's like, we should probably wait in the car. We thought, when are you going to be out here? I'm fucking sick of that shit. Stop running people off from our shows. I'm trying to make money. You know how I get paid more? When there's more people at a show. Because why? I sold more tickets to draw more people who want to see the wrestling, and y'all are over here. All y'all just got to be covered in liquid. Instagram doesn't even let you show the bloody pictures anymore. Can't show butt crack. Can't show the blood. So what are y'all doing it for? We're making content. What we do is content. The wrestling is a match, is a moment. There's a reason it's filmed. We're making content, and y'all are ruining it for everyone. So no, you're not going to be the GCW champion. No, you don't get to peel that back. I know what I'm doing. I'm taking this to the next level. No more hillbilly Mance Warner. No more mid-card tag team Blake Christian. All right? It's Effy. That's it. Brett said, who's in the Mount Rushmore of GCW? I said, I don't know. I'm stuck in the rock right now. Crazy. Ours is like, built on blood. I see it. But like, so is America, and we don't have to keep doing that. That's why I'm providing an alternative. That's why the write-in votes are going to require me to run. We don't have to keep doing that. We can do better than that. And I'm going to be in the middle of the mall. Imagine you're going to Claire's. There's 4 Claire's in this one, not as many as Mall of America. Going to Claire's with your kid. And he's like, Mom, I love dirt bikes. I want to get my ear pierced. I saw it on 6'7" TikTok, right? And then you're taking your son to the Claire's. He's picking out a skull earring that dangles. You got to have the stud in for 3 days first, son. Let it heal. And then you look down, and there's a marvelous, extravagant, magical. Maybe he's a man. Maybe he's something else. And he's just beating the hell out of these greaser punks, these outlaw deviants, and he's raising the roof and he's posing, and then he hits the sack rider, which like he can still call it that. Kids used to say suck it, and that was like a DX thing, so you can still call it the sack rider. And he's like, Mom, let's pierce both ears. Let's get crazy. I'm going to wrestling school. We got to buy a ticket later. You know? And they want to be the champion. Are you kidding me? It's a joke, Peter. Peter, it's a joke. You know what I'm going to do at the mall? I'm going to sell some merch. I'm going to meet and greet with my fans. I'm going to have a sick match, main event in the mall. Last year, Allie came out there at the mall show. Took away my opportunity. She won't be there that day. She'll be somewhere else. Thank goodness, because I don't need any other distractions.
She's been surprising you.
But she's advertised elsewhere. You wouldn't want to let the people down. That's the number one rule. If you say there's a cage match, there better be a cage match. You know, it's like the Chekhov's gun of idiotic match rules. One time I was in a cage match. I was in a few cage matches, but the first cage match I was in, I realized as we were in the cage and they called a cage match, nobody in the audience wanted to see that cage match, and they were scared we were going to get injured. It was not that kind of crowd. And that's what I'm saying is y'all are running people away who are not that kind of crowd. They want Effy. They want delight. They want a clear winner who you go, that guy's definitely here to win. That guy's definitely here to do it, who can do all the styles. All right? Y'all think you could ever handle wrestling Pimpinella Escarlata multiple times and also wrestle Nick Gage and also wrestle a 75-year-old and also wrestle a little child girl? I can do it. I can do all of it. I don't think they can. All right. So keep making promos, keep talking game, keep being big, keep, talking about wanting to possess the belt. It's tiring. I'm going to keep being the champion of the world because I'm Effy. I'm the champion of the world. If I lose this belt, this whole segment is going to be really, really bad. But that would never happen, right, Peter?
It would never happen.
Would never happen. Oh. Weekend@effys.com to sign up for the Patreon. We have to keep letting them know. And I'm waiting for the art. That's what's frustrating is I would promote this more outside of the podcast if I wasn't waiting for our cute Christmas cards to get the Christmas card from us. Sign up at weekend@effys.com. There are 3 tiers. There's a lower tier, and that's the Bebop. And then there's the Lucifer, Loosey-Goosey, Goosifer. Goosefer's the mid tier. There's some good stuff in each of the categories. And then the top tier is the Cranddaddy. Now, why is that important? If you're a member of the Cranddaddy in December, starting December 1st when they're shipping out immediately, if you're a member now into December 1st, you will be a member. That's the only way to get a Christmas card. Patreon.com/weekend@effys, weekend@effys.com. Same site. We made it easy. Cranddaddy, all of you in the tier, you're going to DM your address to Peter. He's going to copy paste into an Excel sheet, and then we're going to send it out through ShipStation. I'm going to print all the labels. It's going to be so cute in an envelope. It's going to be at least a bifold card, maybe a trifold. I don't know. I'm waiting on the designs. I gave some options, gave the pictures, said go crazy. And from there, you're going to receive a beautiful Christmas card. How many Christmas cards did you get last year? I'm not asking you specifically, Peter. I'm asking kind of just like everyone. All right. I got 2. All right. One was from my brother and one was from my mom. We used to get a lot of them when you're growing up. That's like a thing. Yeah. Tons of Christmas cards.
Yeah, I remember.
Do you know how good it makes you feel to open up a holiday celebration card? A physical piece of something? We're talking about snail mail. It's making a comeback. And if you want to be a part of it, there's only one way. Peter works very hard on this Patreon. I help out. Right? That's kind of how it is.
Yeah.
And I want to reward that. I want you to reward that. And I want you to get access to everything that we are doing here. Weekend@effys.com. Sign up for Cranddaddy. Get all the bonuses. Get merch discounts. You could go get shirts where basically the shipping would be free because the discount is so much when you sign up for the Patreon, which I eat to push forward to get the people in line for our Patreon because we're building an army. And we don't need you to fight this war for us. We just need you to fund it by getting all this content at weekend@effys.com. You can get the Christmas card. Should I not call it a Christmas card? Or is it more woke that I do? That I'm like, maybe it was Christmas, maybe it wasn't, but I'm going to just say Christmas because I'm lazy. Is that dark woke or is that just like apathy?
Yeah.
Centrist apathy. I don't ever want to have centrist apathy. It scares me, Peter.
This chair is done.
Yeah, let's go get a chair. We have time right now, and then we're going to do a whatnot. It's all happening quickly. And here's the thing. Rest, relaxation, what a week it's been. I think a lot of people are feeling the retrograde. I can sense it around me. And I'm not, you know what I'm doing? I'm brushing it off. All these things, we're brushing it off. We're moving forward and we're brushing it off. Things go wrong, we're brushing it off. We're doing our best. And sometimes in a retrograde, you know what you have to do? Get a chair. So why don't we? Why don't we
Let's
go
get a
chair?
A different day.
A different day?
Yeah.
Why?
What do we need a chair for right now?
We're going to need it later, and then we're not going to have gotten it.
What do we need it later for?
To sit in. You can't sit in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to hit next week and wake up, and you're going to go, we really should have gotten a chair. We don't have to. We don't have to do anything. But it's beautiful out there today. I will say that. It's gorgeous. There's going to be beautiful chairs. Oh, I'm going to go see Ote later too. Crazy. It's beautiful. Hey, thank you, Peter. We're going to hang in there.
Thank you. We're hanging in there.
We're fine. Champions of the world. Different ways. What does it mean to be a champion, you know?
What does it mean?
I'm going to find out.